Good morning, Dee Dee. I'm getting warmed up. Gotta start the camera. Music in my head. I hope you had a good morning. Good weekend. Good weekend. I got a baby Saturday. It ruined me and made a mess, and I loved it. A terribly popular song anymore, but I like Wake Me Up Before You Go. Go. Good morning, Practically Creative is in the house. Wakes me up. Oh, that's a good one. I should make a playlist and make it public so everybody can see what I'm listening to in the morning. What is this, Huey Lewis in the news? You make my dreams come true. Yes, Dee Dee, it is. Private party in Coleen's head, she says. Good morning, Deborah. I really need to start hiding addresses before I turn that camera on. Where's my Post-its? My address even on there. It is. And I am always bobbing like this. It makes me happy. Got my coffee, got my Monday morning friends. Good morning, Beverly. And wow, somebody is on the links. That is Practically Creative is on it this morning. Good morning, Miss Ellen. Good to see you. Lots of announcements to start. Numbers, announcements, upcomings. Hopefully we'll get to sew this because it's very easy and it's not going to take that long. Keep that fan. I may have to turn the fan off. This is the block I'm making this morning. Well, it was. I said, I like coming on just a couple minutes or a few minutes early. It's 10 minutes. Let's not lie. I get to listen to my music. People get to filter in as available. Well, that's weird. This phone shouldn't be doing anything. Yeah, it's tattling. Every time I turn the Nightbot on, I get emails on every device. It's accessing your Google. It's accessing your Google. It's accessing. Yes, and it's been doing so for a year. Thank you. Stop. I probably should unsubscribe maybe. Paint it black. That's not gonna hurt your neck. Good morning, good morning. Yep. Turn off that feature. Which feature? The emailing every device. Yes, I should. My poor husband. He likes it when I'm over here bopping, as long as I'm not singing and got the music up. He's not here today. He's at work. All right. It's time to shut the tunes off. And I need to hook the other phone up to this. There we go. That's ready to go. Let's turn it. I usually automatically turn off my rotate, but I was trying to get 2 cameras set up this weekend, which I eventually did, but did not get them where I wanted them, so that's just not going to work. Turn that on, turn this on. I even found it this time. Waiting for my earbud to connect, so hopefully you guys don't hear anything weird going off on my phone. And of course, it's not going to. I've confused it. Good morning, Liz Thibodeau. And I think I said that one right. If I didn't, I'm going to apologize. I always feel bad. Well, it's just not going to. It's not going to hook up to my earbud. Oh, okay then. Earbud's coming out. And that's how much you're going to hear. I'll do better next week now that I know it's going to have that problem. Okay. This weekend, actually yesterday, late yesterday, I finally got a chance to put some thoughts in order. You know, I love Post-its. I love my to-do lists. They're everywhere. They're where I see them, so I don't miss them and forget things. And if it stays there too long, I will go blind to it. So, I have 2 of these planners. I don't like planners. I don't mind the notation parts. I don't like the dates because it's wasted space and I'm never going to put anything in that. That was me working on the dates. Don't like that. I like this. I like putting pages in it. So, when I'm done, this is going to go in a drawer somewhere. I don't think there's any private information on this list. Hope not. All right. I don't have any messages saying, Coleen, shut up and go on in there already. I don't have any messages like that, except for my husband. Hopefully you can hear me. I have morning voice. I was up last night. Yes, I did say it right. Thank you. Good morning, Lynn Vilas. Good to see everyone this morning on a foggy day here in the Ozarks. My brain decided it was time to fight with me last night. I was awake till about midnight, and that's when the fight started. These right here. I did the math. I cut everything how I needed it. I kept the finished 2-inch papers down so they'll make the size that I want. And then I thought, are those going to make the size that I want to match the flying geese? No, I did that wrong. I did that wrong. I need to remember to change that in the morning. So then come 2 o'clock, I go to sleep finally, and I wake up at 5, and I'm like, I didn't do that wrong. my measurements are right. Oh, so morning voice. First, I'm going to try to be better at giving you my girlfriend's numbers. Now, this is not all the people I watch. This is not even most of the people I watch, I don't think, but this is a few of the small channels that I think are worthy of supporting. That probably did come out right to somebody, but judge less, be supportive more. So here are my friends' numbers in no certain order. Melissa is at 2,547. She is sneaking up on 3,000. She is practically creative. Sylvia over at UNME FPP is 823, and her granddaughter won second place on her dance recital. Runner-up, I think twice. Congratulations to her granddaughter. That is so sweet. She got to take her, so she was there when she did it. Dawn over at My Quilt Projects has grown. She is at 911. Brandy has grown a few. She is at 484. Brandy is 100 Proof Quilter, and she is on at 9 a.m., basically right after me. Lori Quilting in the Country is at 228, and she tries to go on at 11 a.m. Eastern. Miss Ellen is at 7:08. She is on Tuesdays at 1 o'clock. I put the wrong time down somewhere. It is 1 o'clock Eastern, so that's noon for me. So I'm going to try to make those. And Shannon, our new friend over at Slate Arts, is at 4:29. Congratulations, ladies. I am at 11:47, unless I have lost one, gained one in the last, few minutes since yesterday. Look at that. This is last week's paper, by the way. I just changed numbers. My friends, quilting with Stephanie Stitches and Dee Dee over at My Big Tidy Up, both growing. Dee Dee does all things organizing, cleaning, decluttering, inspiration. And what you get when you watch her is you get to see she's human. And she doesn't, I've told you this before, I keep looking outside because it's pretty. My son, not my son, what were they going with that? Yes, my son. I used to watch tons of declutters, and they were like declutter extremes from week to week. Like, well, the week has gone by, and this is the most that is left. Have you not touched a thing? Oh my gosh, good for you. Good for you getting that taken care of on your weekend. Then my son comes in here and says, that's staged. It's not staged. Houses can get like that. I had a few kids and worked. It didn't get like that. It can get like that. Anyway, once he told me it was staged, I started watching people going, is it staged? Is it Dee Dee, it's not staged. Just so you know. And if you go to my landing page, you'll see all my quilty friends, my friends with businesses, I say my friends, half these people don't even know me. They're there. A couple of long arms are listed there. Done. One down. Several to go. Melissa is on at 7 p.m. Eastern tonight. Steph and Shannon have their 2-color quilt they're doing tomorrow. I can't remember on whose channel that is, though. Check them out. You'll find them. Oh, it's quite a big piece of paper for just that little information. That's what I do. I write them big so I'm not squinting. I write them so I can see them from here, and I don't have to do this. Wow, I can't see it from there anyway. Ooh, that was bad. Okay, this Saturday. Lots of things going on this Saturday. Melissa is having the sewing bee over at her channel. Should be the International Sewing Bee. Lord willing, our friend over in the UK, Sylvia, the UME FPP, can join us, and I don't know who else is going to join us. We. Invitations go out at the last second. It's the royal we. No. Cumulative we. Anyway. The sewing bee will be a picnic barbecue theme. That way you're not feeling like it's just for, U.S. patriotic. It will be at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9 Central. Miss Ellen, Miss Sarah, and Jazzy Joyce are on at noon Eastern Time. They have a learning Zoom where they teach basic sewing techniques. So that will be fun. Then Mom and Pop, of course, are on at 1 p.m. Eastern. I always catch the end. Saturdays are busy. There is housework to be done on Saturdays. Let's see, Super Stuff is on at 5 p.m. Eastern. Done and done. I have had lots of times to think, and I will address everything else that's in this thing. That takes up a lot of space. Did you see how much a post-it? No, it takes up this much space. A book takes up a lot of space. Plus, if it's pretty, I don't want to get rid of it when it's full. I am not keeping tons of journals. That's not going to happen. I used to want to keep all the Christmas cards I got. I got over that when I had to take care of them more. Okay. Everybody's happy for all the numbers. Yay. We're an excitable, happy group around here. I don't know what was. It looks like everybody's just saying hello and congratulations. So yes, congratulations. You know, although it might appear that numbers just fall in your lap, I can tell you when I stop posting, I stop getting subscribers. When I start posting, I start getting subscribers. It's like a magic trick. Oh, let's see. Was I gonna? No, that really does take. It takes care of all my list. And now we've got a little haul. Little haul. I'm gonna pull this out because I want to see if it matches like I thought it would. From Missouri Star, all the links are below this. I didn't put them in the bot because that's just way too much to put in the bot. Last week, it would have been last weekend, a week ago. I put in a little order at Missouri Star with my Christmas and June money. And I just got a couple things. I think I got blocked by this huge box. I gotta get this box out of the way. You see my area, it's not big enough to keep things. Oh, and we have Missouri Star's Flat Chuck. Haven't seen Flat Chuck. He wanders around. I'm not gonna tell you where he wanders to because I don't keep things I don't need. But let's see. Kind of matches. It's got a little bit of teal there. I got my cheat list. Fabric is what I got. Let's see. Let's start with this one. This is called Tan Solids Fat Favorites 5-piece fat quarter bundle. It's just some basics because I don't have a lot of basics. I get things with lots of designs, and I don't know that that was just the best. And I am going to try not moving as much today because I absolutely butchered last Thursday by moving too much. The internet, I think it's with the amount of information that's going into the camera when it goes into the internet. I just have a lot of troubles. Anyway, just a black, making sure that wasn't dark brown. Yeah, it was a black, some browns and tans, which I thought will go good. Yeah, I'm thinking, am I going to take this off? I thought that would go with this Coffee Always Fat Quarter Crystals. Because I told you my house is boring beige. It's got some blue, red, teal, but it's really boring. I like coffee. I like flavored coffees. I don't like black coffees. I like stuff in my coffee. I like coffee that tastes like hot chocolate. Mostly in the wintertime. Thank you very much. Melissa, moderators. Yes, Saturday will be busy. My big tidy up. Can you repeat who you said was on and teaches basic sewing techniques? Miss Ellen, Miss Sarah, and you can find links over at Miss Ellen's page, and Jazzy Joyce, who doesn't have a YouTube channel, but they're going to be on together showing some I don't know if it's basic hand sewing or what they're going to be doing, but Miss Ellen goes by Campbell's Creations, Learning to Quilt, #quilt, #sew. And she saw it too. She's on it this morning. She says, my big tidy up, it's me and a few others that teach basics. And yes, thank you for the links. Thank you, moderators. I appreciate you. They're the people in the blue. They keep the peace. I tried to add that to the pop-up screen before you get to comment on the channel. I don't know if it worked or not because I don't see it. Peacekeepers. Okay. Sit back in the chair so I'm not hurting myself. Coffee, fat quarter. There's an S in that. I think there's a pretty good showing what the fabric is. But I was thinking mug rugs for me. And probably some hot pads for the kitchen. Mine are about 6 years old and I knitted them. That's is that goldy? It's got a lot of goldish tones in it. I usually don't order fat quarters like this, like I did for Palo also. No, I ordered yardage from Stephanie. I was trying to remember my last order. But like I said, Christmas in June, I thought I would. Whoops. It's just a whole bunch of words. Whoops. It may confuse me. I thought this combination. Now, I love this one. I love this red with the kind of off-white cream. I love that. Okay. Oh, this is a good red for me too. I see a lot of brighter cherry red. Well, kind of. Is that one really feels like it's slanting orangish for some reason. It may just be the lighting in here. I've got some lights on. Coffee beans, coffee beans. You know what this would be perfect for? This kind of thing would be perfect for Miss Dee Dee's Coffee Cocoa Corner. Like that too. Fat quarter is 18 by 22 inches. And I'm going to name a new box. For colors I buy just to go with the house. And a polka dot. Another polka dot. I like polka dots. I didn't know I liked polka dots so much until a few years ago. I bought a polka dot dress. I really do like polka dots. So that is the fat quarter haul. Put it on my footstool back here. That way it's easy to put away. Trash. Let's see. And this is Petals Black 2-yard cut. This is just a gray on black. I guess it'd be a tone on tone kind of. Take that out there. I'm not blinding in. I thought it would go with that or anything else I do. But this, let's find one of those pieces. Let's put it with that. I thought this might be a good accent for that. Not as good as I thought, but I've also got some teals coming from Stephanie, her Etsy shop. And then one more thing on the haul, which is funny because I watched Stephanie last night and I saw her giving tips. Wow, that's really stuff. I don't know that I like this. It's actually, I didn't know until last night. I was trying to find out who made it because I thought I ordered, I don't know, by Annie. I don't know why I thought that. I ordered the cheapest vinyl they had at Missouri Star. And the cheapest vinyl they had is made by C&T Publishing, premium clear quilters vinyl, 18-inch wide. This is $6 something a yard. Just very stiff and thick. You can kind of see that. Finals hard to see. There we go. Stiff and thick. I wanted to compare it to the shower curtains. I think this would work good for my labels idea. But Stephanie was doing some tips for sewing with vinyl. And it dawned on me when I was watching her, I was like, oh, yay, I did that. I did that. I did that. That's what happened. Saturday, I think I started to sew. And I cleaned my machine. I changed the needle. But since I changed my needle, I had sewn on some vinyl. Not this hard stuff. But still, it was vinyl. My needle needed to be changed again. I did change it because I was like, well, what do you do when your things are acting up? You clean it, you oil it, you change the needle, then you check your threads. Clean it, and oil it again, and change the needle. I didn't clean it. I'm not going to lie. I changed the needle and called it good. But this is very thick and stiff. I don't know about that. It'll be good for my label holders, though. And now I know. Oh, beautiful fabrics. Thank you. Thank you, Beverly. Gorgeous fabrics. Good morning, Sylvia. I did not see you come in, but I was talking about you. I hope you're feeling better today and they are just closer to figuring out what's wrong. I'm fixing y'all up. So, oh, yes, it's afternoon for Lynn and Sylvia. Coffee beans. Yes, coffee beans was on the fabric. Okay, I think I'm back up to the last comment I see. Good morning, Denny. She has her coffee. I want to take a sip of my coffee. Oh, goodness. Miss Ellen says she wants to learn to make nice bags. I think I would rather buy them at Walmart. Scandalous. I know. I'm terrible. I don't use bags or purses very often. In fact, the only reason I got a new purse is because my son came over a few years ago. And he's like, I remember you having that purse when we were little. Maybe it's time to get a new purse. 6 years later, I've still got that one now. Thank you for the hearts. Oops. Those are so cute going up the side. Let's see. Morning, morning, morning. Yes, Sherlock is Lori. Very close. I made cheat sheets. I think that maybe, because I saw Shannon had done that, I think that maybe a YouTuber thing. You start making cheat sheets because people aren't using their actual names. Oh, Miss Ellen wants to make them to sell. See, that's something. Oh, proud about that. I had a great weekend at the farmer's market this weekend. It was very nice. Sold quite a few things. Let's see. Miss Ellen's comment about wanting to make them to sell brought me to that. But the lady right next to my bonus folks booth, she does like hobo style bags. And there's another one that does totes and stuff. So when you see what's there, you try not to overlap other people too much on what you're making. Like the hanging towels I make that have what's that called? The band on them instead of the Velcro or the buttons, the crocheted tops. Well, I can tell you the last couple of years, nobody was making those. Maybe somebody's making them now. I haven't noticed. But so that's why I made those, because I didn't see anybody making them. And those have sold pretty well. I think 3 sold Saturday. 4, 5, 6 coasters sold Saturday. I think that may be it. But that was a pretty good day for me. And bonus parents had a good day too. I think they are closer to in the profit. So I'm not I'm gonna talk about how much money I spent. So but that'll be a little extra spending money. for me. I'm whatever. I am looking forward to Quilting with Stephanie Stitch's fall box. She said it might have some fabrics in there that I might be coveting. I'm being very secretive. So I think I'm going to save a little bit for that because I don't get kits and boxes because it is large up front, and I don't know that I'm going to make what is in the box right away because I like to hang on to things, stare at them, and dream about them for insane amounts of time. It's true. I am aware. So farmer's market went well, finally. Hopefully it's upward turn. I think I need to replace some of those tails. I like making the tails because they're very cheap and easy to make and fast. I think I like making those tails better than I like making anything else for the farmer's market. But that's why I make what I make. Miss Ellen, praying for you. I see that she said she has a doctor's appointment at 8:30. I pray that it goes well. Let's see, that's 7:30 my time. She's in East Coast. Oh, goodness. No. Let's see. Sylvia's talking. I was trying to see. Practically Creative Melissa said her fall box isn't on her site yet. I don't know that she has it together yet. She was teasing about it last week in the chat, so I'm keeping an eye out for it. The wishing, I was going to remember the name of that this time. Set fall wishes. I don't know what it's called. Something wishes in it. It's teals and pumpkins and trucks and very pretty. And I don't know that that's going to be in it, but you're welcome, Miss Ellen. Yes, see, I forgot to tell Sylvia. I usually tell her right away if I've sold something other. She says, that's great news, Coleen, that they finally taken off. Yes, well, I figured the summertime. They were excited about the springtime. Branson, tourists, kids, older people because they've got crafts, but it really takes off in the summertime. I think I don't live there, but we used to go there every summer, and I've been there in the off months, and it's pretty dead. Maybe that's changed because they have gotten more there, but love Silver Dollar City. Used to go there all the time. My mom would get season passes. She'd mow yards, babysit, make some extra money to buy season passes for us all. We would go every weekend. She got to see the crafts, and we got to play and get wet. Well, Miss Ellen's sinuses. Oh, my nose goes start itching like crazy. And I'm probably already messing up my camera. Okay. Bright red nose now. I am Rudolph. Say goodbye to Flat Chuck. Don't ask where he went. He's retired to the farm. Now, last week, I had some questions, and Thursday, I was asked about a block of the month or a block of the week. To do that, I'm going to have to try to make a pattern. I can make patterns. It's just I make random sizes to go around panels. And that's really what I want to do is fit them around panels. So if I'm doing the Quilt Builders card deck, it is just so pretty outside, y'all. It's distracting. I should shut the curtains. Since I'm doing not the card deck, but the don't ask the name, I don't know. Block tool, quick and easy block tool book. Since I'm using the ones out of that, and I've decided I'm going to try to get them to work with my flying geese. I ordered more flying geese papers. I should have. Let's see. These were from Amazon because I ordered going there and why pay for shipping if I don't have to. These say the finished size, which is 1.5 by 3. which makes them 2 by 3.5 unfinished. But I thought if I stick to trying to use these, and then I can cut these. These are finished at 2 inches, but I cut them down so they'll work for what I want. So they'll go with those flying geese. So I can make that thing that is bound to go on the floor if I try to pick it up again. But that's not going to stop me. I'm not going to talk about that. I am going to pick it up because that's me. Okay, closer to the exit. Darn it. That's okay. I know what it's supposed to look like. It is called Mosaic number. Mosaic. I did not write them. I know I did. Oh, there it is. Number 2, and I'm saying it's Mosaic number 2 variation because I'm not using their directions because I don't like their directions for the most part. I can, it's just a lot more using their directions. So it is number 56 in the block book. And what I've done is figured out the HSTs I need. For what I'm doing, I'm going to use 4 red and blue for the center pinwheel. I just love it when actual squirrels come outside when you're having a squirrel in it. Then I went 4 red and white for the corners, 4 red and white for the flying geese units. And this block should finish at 6, unfinished 6.5. Should. Oh, things working like I planned. I've got another thing I'm working on over there because I do things to see if I can. I do things to see what it's going to look like. I don't have there's free software out there for making quilts. I don't want it right now. That might change in the future because, you know, everything's subject to change. Nothing's written in stone. Get this little bitty space back together. I'm ready to sew. See, when there's a box opening, all things just, give it back. Pen caught me. Things just get a little bit chaotic. But I always say, and I'm not trying to shame anybody who can't do this, I try to make everything to where I can have it cleaned up in 10 minutes. Like with grandbaby calls, I can have all this baby proof in 10 minutes or less. Because I'm OCD like that. See, Don had a question. Hey, Coleen, do you go to War Eagle Craft Fair in October? No, is that in Branson? I can't walk through places. Lynn Violet says, oh, I got one of those flat chuck the ducks. Sylvie says, LOL, Lynn. Not hook a duck, chuck a duck. Did it say hook? Okay, I'm just going down rabbit holes now. We went straight from squirrels. But that is always my goal. I like to tidy things before I go to bed. Lord willing, I can. Sometimes I can't, and that's okay. I can do it first thing in the morning. So I do have everything worked out so I can clean it up in no time flat. Not trying to shame anybody who can't. It would be more practical to have a space where you can leave everything out, especially if you have problems. You do a little bit, you go sit down. Do a little bit, you go sit down. That is more practical. It's not practical for this. I measured it yesterday. I've been saying this is a 5x7 piece of carpet that my stuff is on. It is a 5'7" by 4 foot area that I keep my sewing stuff to. So it's small. It's not storage. That's just where I craft at. Moving on. Notification just popped up. Well, YouTube is not on it this morning. Shocker. Oh, there's a quilt festival. Must not be too far from Sylvia. They're talking about her and Lynn. Lynn and Sylvia are both over there in the UK. Deborah says she's going to take the purse she's making out of timeout. Congratulations. Figured out the way I want to make it. I have done that. Leanie needs sashing around those pigs. Join them together for a table runner. I thought about that. I also thought about making more pigs because I'm just crazy. I need more stuff to do that I can't keep up with. 5 little pigs. This little piggy went to market. This little piggy stayed home. I also thought about a book, and that is your fault, Sylvia. Yes. And see, that's the thing. I got things I need to do and things I want to do. And once all these thoughts start coming to me, I shut down. It's over. It's done. Like Deborah's bag in timeout, all of this goes in timeout. I'm not going to look at it. I'm not going to think about it. I will turn that board around. This one I like. This one I like pretty well. I look at it all the time. I will turn that board around and not see a single thing on it because I get frustrated. I'm not like Sylvia and Melissa. They can think of an idea, make a plan, follow through, all in 5 seconds. They are crazy like that. And I love them. And one day, baby, I'll do that. But it's not, seeing those, it's not as simple as putting sashing around them and making a table runner. I need the right fabrics. Then I need to set time out to do the quilting on it. Meanwhile, I'm wanting to take care of these panels too. So, but I'm going to try to set up a time like once a week during the summer because I'm telling you, I'm probably going to be driving next year. And they had fun till her daddy just tapered away. It's going through my head. Anyway. So I'm going to set up a day so I can play with this serger, hopefully every week till I learn it. Not this week probably because I got things to do. I need to set up a day where I just pull a couple things off that, and whether it goes into a table runner, a mug rug, a placemat, something, it's going to go into something. And if nothing else, I'll take it to Goodwill and I'll drop it off there. The girls gave me the idea of, well, I could do a giveaway after I make something if I don't want to stay in the house. Well, first of all, the colors I picked are specifically for my house. I don't have random things, random gifts, random fabrics laying around, except for the things I didn't pick that are flannel. So I buy intentionally. So I picked for my house, and I don't have a ton of fabric. Y'all see my fabric stash. It's a little bit embarrassing for people who have an entire room or 2. You know who I'm talking to? Sherlock. For crafting. No shame. Need to see Rachel's comment. Rachel commented, "Good morning, Rachel. I did not see you come in," and I'm scrolling up. Rachel, it's good to see you. Oh, there she is. Okay, I haven't gotten down that far yet. That used to drive my dad nuts. My sister was like, I wouldn't want that ugly thing in my mouth either. Well, twice. Okay, I scrolled up. Coleen, you need to sash around it. I saw that. Don Denny, it's south of Branson, east of Springdale, Arkansas. It's the granddaddy of all craft fairs. Oh, okay, I know where that is. That general area. I know where that is. Now, the farmer's market that my stuff is at is just, if you stay on 76, if you know Branson, if you stay on 76, I think it's east. I think it runs east at one point. This is the mountains. It goes every direction at one time or another. Stay on 76, it goes right into the Forsyth community, and it goes right to the farmer's market. And so they think they're going to get more sales as the year goes on, especially closer to fall time when people are buying for all the other stuff. Rachel, there, Rachel! Ah! Rachel Maples, she says, hi, Kaz. We are so proud of the embroidered hood and towel you sent with our, aw, for our granddaughter's name on it. With our granddaughter's name on it. Oh, it's beautiful. Thank you, Rachel. And thank you, Melissa, for pointing that out. I don't see family in my chat very often. I am so glad they like it. It was my first try, and I do have a video going to go up on how I did the embroidery for the hood. Probably tomorrow because I have to do it when nobody else is home. Thank you, Rachel. Oh, I appreciate that. I love you. Now, I have lots of favorite cousins, but Rachel will tell you the same thing about me, I think. She touches my heart. See, I'm getting all teary-eyed because I just love her. Oh, Lynn says we'll let you know if you do. So, well, let me know if you do, Sylvia. She booked tickets. Ooh, in a hotel room yesterday. Congrats, Lynn. Early birthday treat. No, that's why I'm saying I had Christmas in June. Miss Ellen has a pattern for a wallet. That's why she wants to do a purse. She has a purse pattern. Nice, Miss Ellen. And everybody's saying hi, Rachel. Well, Rachel lives a little ways from me. I don't see my cousins very often. But that doesn't mean I love them any less. Oh, that just made my day. Thank you, Rachel. Yeah, and I'm scrolling down. Let's see. Deborah said Friday doctor appointment turned out to be physician's assistant. Tomorrow's with doctor. Was not happy as I had specifically told receptionist I want a doctor. Oh, good grief. And they listen so well. And Sylvia also tagged me and said, look at Rachel's coming. She's not listening. I was listening. I just hadn't gotten there yet. What happens when somebody comes in and I skip everybody else and I go right to them? I'm rude. That's what happens. Miss Ellen says, Dawn, can you tell me more about this craft show? She lives for them. Rachel says, haha, sorry I made you cry. I'm up early taking my kiddo to church camp, so I caught your channel today. Thank you. Aww. Martha's Creative Life. Good morning, Martha. And Martha has a channel. Her link is below the video also. She says, good morning. I'm catching a live. Oops. I'm off work today for the holiday, so I'm not having to rush around the Monday morning blues. LOL. Well, I'm glad you're off work today. I didn't know today was a holiday. My husband doesn't have it off. I don't know that it's a holiday. Oh, I did know it was a holiday. Yes, I did. I realized that this morning, and then I forgot again. Speaking of which, I'm making up my own holiday for July 10th. Just so you know. I'm making up my own holiday. It's a YouTube thing, though. July 10th. Did I say June 10th? I meant July 10th. July 10th. I'm making up a holiday for July 10th. Everybody's saying good morning. Rachel, I hope she has fun at church camp. Morning, morning, morning. All right. Independence Day. Yes. Juneteenth. See, I know what today is. Nobody told me in chat what it was. Melissa did say Independence Day, but Juneteenth. And what was I going to do? I was actually going to sew. What time is it? Yeah, I'm not going to do this in 15 minutes, just so you know. Juneteenth. There's Martha. Martha said it right before Melissa said Independence Day. Martha said Juneteenth. Yes, and July 10th will be my own Friday. Never mind. I'm going to make a holiday for it. It's going to be it could be a world holiday, but you know, every day is a national holiday of some kind. July 10th, I don't care what that day is for. It's going to be my own annual celebration. Oh, Martha's saying good morning to everyone. July 10th, Independence Day. There you go. That's really what it is. And I might as well go ahead and tell you because it's mean not to tell you and I'm going to forget. When is July 10th? It's a couple weeks from now. Three. July 10th. Moderator Appreciation Day. Don't have to do anything special for it, although you can. Don't have to, nothing, but thank a moderator. If you're in a chat, July 10th, thank a moderator. They keep the chat safe. They give you the links when they can. And they help out the host a whole lot. And if they just show up and say hi, thank a moderator. I know, I'm silly. Rachel, thank you for the well wishes at church camp. You're welcome. Sylvia cheats. Every day's a, okay, I need to get sewing or I'm not going to get this done. Martha's creative life. I love church. Okay, let's go back. Sylvia, every day is a holiday since I retired. Must be nice. Basically, retired, disabled, same thing. Martha's church life says, I love church camp as a youth, Rachel. I'm sure they will have a fabulous time. They do. I'm sure they do. She's got some great kids. Oh, and my kid, who I'm not sure if I'm allowed to talk about or not at different times, my youngest, he made the trustees list at the college for his grades. All A's, he got 1 B, and that was in PE. It was virtual PE. Weird things go on. So that was nice. Jean Birmingham at Captain Stitches. Hey, late but here to say hello and give some love. Thank you very much, Jean. This is hi, Jean. And congratulations. Yes, very proud of all of my children. I tell everybody all the time, not everyone is book smart. Not everyone has that determination and ability. It's not even about determination. Sometimes it's just ability. I enjoy working with my hands more than I enjoyed going to school. He enjoys going to school more than he enjoys working with his hands. So, fair enough. So, all my kids do different things. They all do. As far as I know, they are all doing what they want to do and what they like doing, and that is great. Okay. Everybody says hi. Be right back. Somebody's getting coffee. Which reminds me, pardon me. Okay, this block. What I did is I cut the FPP papers down to the size that I needed. I put my right sides together, white and red for this one, blue and red for this one, and I am going to zigzag all of them at once. This is a batik, so it doesn't have a right or wrong side. The red one is, which worked out really well for me doing it like this. It shouldn't take long. My eyes need to pay attention. Now, the idea is you sew on the dotted line, so I've got my foot for my, that I can see through. That's off. There we go. And I'm probably going to say ow at least once. When I do FPP, I always back stitch. Kimberly Jolly has probably tons of videos on this. I'm going to sew on all the dotted lines. I dropped my stitch length down now. I did look at the sizes because I told you it said bigger than I thought you needed to cut to start with. It is bigger than what you need to cut. Even if you're allowing for your threads, it's bigger than what you need to cut. So I suspect I won't be doing that. Every time I think I'm going to do that, I'm like, but that's wasteful. If I find out for some reason there's a reason for it, I might change my mind. But I know she likes to have extra rib, Kimberly Jolly. Listen to me talking about her like we're best buds. She doesn't know Yeah. Anyway, I pinned it to my fabrics. This is about a thread over further than she does like to cut down when she makes things to get the exact size she needs. I think I remember right. I'm gonna have to trim that down more because I was not on the line. I was inside the line though, not outside the line. So. And then I'm gonna go back the other way. So I'm getting all 8, I hope, of these HSTs done. Pretty sure. Now, I did see Pat Sloan talk about these the other day, right after I ordered some of this. Yep. I'm just moving it over to the next line because it doesn't flow to the next line. Another thought I had was UFO Get Her Done Day along the lines of pick a day a week, you do a UFO, just get her done, get her out, whatever it is to you. Whoops. Now, this should give me 8. 8 2-inch unfinished squares. There'll be a 1/2-inch finished square in the block. Oops. So, got all those sewn, and then you cut on the solid line. Cut all the ways. Take my pins out. Why risk it? I poke myself. My big tidy up Dee Dee, I looked up and saw that she said, you need to definitely do something special for yours. They work hard to keep the Coleen train on the tracks. Yes, they most certainly do. And early. Pardon the tilt. I guess I should have said that before I started the tilt. Now I figured out what size 2 at a time HSTs I needed was 2 3/8 squares for 2 1/2-inch finished. 1.5-inch finished. See, I mean, my brain, it really does. How easy is this, and how can we make it harder? This is pretty easy. Once I got the apple scraps, these I'm going to trim down. I can mess on the back of this one. I'm going to trim down to the size of that square before I separate them. That square is 2 3/8. If I didn't mention it. cannot believe I was up for so long last night thinking that I kept these wrong. Just to wake up first thing this morning and realize I did. I like the papers. I think they make it look neater for me. They're not necessary. You can make it HSTs. You can make 4-time HSTs all day long. However, you make 4-time HSTs and get these all necessary, but I like it. And I do like this paper. It's a good weight for FPP, like my newsprint. I might like it better than my newsprint, and it's easy to see. I could actually see where my fabrics were without holding them up to the light. So they're thin, but they do the job. And for me, I like them. I didn't see what we said. I know y'all are thinking about the July 10th Independence Day. I'm not saying do anything big, extravagant, or expensive or anything like that, but especially in chat, moderators are not thinking that. I forget to thank mine. I think mine after the chat normally. And it is a voluntary job. No resume, no nothing. Okay, now I will cut them all. Rebuild this picture that I destroyed when I tried to pick it up. Sew on the dotted line, cut on the solid line is the way these are working. I used, let's see, these were 2.5-inch strips that I used for these. Since I only needed 2 3/8, 2.5 worked great. And every time I'm quiet, something goes off in my head going, dead air, woman. Ta-da. And I will go through, I will press these. Wait a little bit to press them. Let's see, where's one of the white ones? Whoops. There's one of the white ones. So I have 4 of these and 4 of these. These will make my pinwheel in the center. This machine hates pinwheels. And I made 2 of these beforehand to make sure that my math was working. It was cute. I just love the red and white together. And the Batiks, they were scraps that I had left over, I think, from my son's quilt. First one goes up, right side away from the paper. And then, you can see it. You can see there that over there. This was a 3-inch strip. I just went back and forth like this, cutting triangles, just big enough for that. So I didn't waste a whole lot. And for these, I will trim the dog ears off and iron them all at once. I will check the chat though. Good morning, Angel over Halo Inspirations. Had a haul from her last week when I moved around way too much and made my camera crazy. Good morning, Tracy. Let's see. Still scrolling up. All kinds of talking going on. If I miss it, I apologize. It is not my intent to miss things. Let's see, there is the last comment I remember reading. Okay. We're okay. We're okay. My goal is to stop at an hour. That's probably never going to happen, but I will absolutely stop by 8:30 Central because my husband calls. Oh, let's see, we're saying hi. And Don Denny, how do they do virtual PE? I tell them, oh yeah, I've been working out. Not. It's the honor system. They tell you do this, walk around your yard so many times, keep track how many times, go bike for so long and keep track. Let them know the time frame that you did it, this and that, and of course, all kinds of cheating could go around in there. But I'm telling you, my son was out there. Do so many sit-ups, do things like that. But that's okay. Why? Because he's going to be in. He's got the dual majors, math, science, with the equivalent of a minor in statistics that all the classes. But to declare that, he would have had to do more stuff. So he does have all those classes for that. So I don't see a lot of manual labor in those. Do you need to have a manually laborious job? I don't know if that makes sense. To get benefits from PE? Nope. But sure ain't gonna push it when he's dual majors with a minor. I mean, and all A's? Come on. We don't complain about that. We give gifts. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Melissa. Practically Creative says Dee Dee, and she works hard in our channels too. We do try. We try to help one another out. Thank you. Miss Ellen says, yes, she really does work hard with us. Thank you. I do try. It's a sad fact that I can't be everywhere every time I want to be, but I do try. Don Denny says, Kimberly Jolly from Fat Quarter Shop is very wasteful. Guess I would be too if I owned a fabric store, right? You own a fabric store. You want to sell more fabric. It's make wasteful patterns. She does use scraps. See, I have a different idea of scraps than some people. To me, a 2.5-inch square, if you've got an entire stack of them, that's not scraps. That's a project. That's a full project in itself. This is a scrap. For me, that's what I think when I think scraps. I think the tinier ones, the misformed ones, not a whole bunch of neatly stacked, all the same size. But 2023 is the year of the scrap. Just ask Melissa; she'll tell you. Don, Melissa says, Don, you said that better than I could. Well, and we don't hate on her. She has a business to run. She has things to sell. Deborah says, I'm back. Decided add salted caramel creamer. Oh, as a treat. Usually drink black coffee. I bought some caramel syrup and put in my coffee a couple weeks back. I was like, oh, I don't need to do that every week. The entire thing was gone in a week. I did not need that much sugar added to my day. That sounds good. Deborah Holman, on my purse, I decided to make certain parts my way. Heavy says, not going to make as the pattern. Shaking my head, man. Girlfriend. We'll post pics when I get it done, Melissa. Awesome. And I'm horrible about following patterns. I'll start with the pattern and then I'm like, but I want it this way. Like my friend Sherlock Snow says, patterns are suggestions. Yes. Don Denny, Melissa, I watched a portion of your video on the dragon eyeball. I'm thinking that's what it was. Dragon eyeball. Holmes is making a dragon eyeball. See, there's when Tracy comes in, and I'm way back there, 6:26. Okay, I'm 10 minutes behind, according to my screen. She's talking to Melissa about her dragon eyeball. That's what when she showed it, that's what I saw. Dragon eyeball. I see random things, and I have to share them. And now it's dragon eyeball. Everybody's saying, Tracy. Practically Creative says, just eyeballs, Don. I was looking for something very graphic for a baby quilt. And then Halo comes in. And Melissa says, and I wanted to do my own design to try out some software. Everybody says, hello, Angel. She's getting her new shop up, and yay, that's got to be so exciting. I appreciate her coming in because that girl is busy. Oh, what am I working on? I am working on a block from the book I got from you. I'm working on a block in this book, a random block. And what I did, so I didn't accidentally give it away any directions, is I used the 2.5-inch squares that I got from you. They were something before I tried to find it. And I tried to recreate the block and figure out my easiest way to do it. For me, maybe different sizes. Just made a mess, didn't I? That's all right. I could fiddle with these all day because it does actually drive me nuts to have them on here on. OCD. What was that thing, Melissa? Shingles don't care, neither does OCD. Do it like it wants you to do it, or you're going to keep redoing it. But I'm using flying geese and HSTs on papers. That way I'm not giving away any of their directions, their design, or anything else. Just doing it the way I want to do it. Voila. That was the easiest way to keep from accidentally showing papers that I shouldn't. Guess who Nancy, I think, came in. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Patterns are suggestions. Just has to see. Gotta go now, Miss Ellen. Good luck at your doctor's appointment. I hope they get you straightened out. Sinuses are horrible. Everybody says take care. Halo. I start saying this Halo. Okay, Miss Angel from Halo Inspirations says, brilliant, Coleen. Thank you. I was waiting to see what you do, but then I need to set up to do. So now these are these. No, these aren't the ones that I got from Angel. I did get some from Angel. I got them in different sizes because I need all the things. And these are going to go together pretty quick. Again, this is a 2.5-inch strip from a batik that I had. I'm just putting it on the back of the one I already cut because I've made so many of these. I know that that's going to cover this area for me. So I'm not going to sit here and piddle. I'm going to make sure I'm using number 2. I noticed I have a habit of trying to start at number 3. I don't pin it. I don't glue it. I just sit it down and hang on to it. And yes, sometimes that bites me in the backside. Now I'm going to fiddle. I had a little bit of mess on a couple because I did not hang on to my threads. And for FTP, I am sewing directly on the line. And I backstitch. I want to say backspace. What do you know about that, Melissa? Backstitch at the beginning of every. And my stitch length is turns out it's 1.4. I thought it was 1.5. I don't think I have. Nope, I don't have 1.5. It's even numbers. Oh, I traveled. I am using my add an 1/8 plus because these are small pieces. And I learned a lesson about red showing through on white fabrics. Oops. I need to be more careful when I'm using white fabrics so I don't accidentally. True colors shining through is going through my head. See the colors. And batiks, they have a stiffness to them, so I'm not pressing these. Although I probably would if I was on a live. These lines are a little, the way they have their papers, this flying geese has the seam allowance included. This line out here, I guess, is just for cutaway purposes because, you know, you use more than what you need. If you want to do that, I'm not aiming to fill up that area out there. I'm concentrating on this piece that has seam allowance built in. And hopefully my flying geese do better than they have been. I like 4-time flying geese. I make them. And these little red pieces, when I make the chicken coasters, the little bitty red pieces are great for that FPP. Trim that away. And already trimmed that one some. I'll just take this next piece that I just trimmed off, line it up with that piece because I know that piece is good enough. Instead of worrying that I've got exactly a 1/4 inch there. I lose star tips. I lose my star tips. I mean, I'll show you why, because I do try to do better every time I go on, but I lose star tips. And then I tell people who don't know it's a design choice. The one that stayed was the accent. I even used FP with that. This one, oh, this one up here. Not much better. The star right here, I used some FPP and I still messed it up. That was a me problem. That was not the FPP problem. It happens. By doing that, I'm keeping this red from poking out the other side. And I am finger pressing this down. Uh-oh. I was confused on a live not too long ago. Probably. Oh. About the book? Maybe. That's why I said I'm not sure. And it was so long ago, I don't remember. I write it down, I don't remember. The other one. It even says trim on this line. So I don't have a lot of waste the way I do them. Since I do FPP random shapes occasionally. These will be great to keep. Ta-da! Now the trick is, am I going to keep that top when I put it together? See, one more. One more, number 2, and I need to place back. See, the last one I took from this side. This one I'm lining up on the opposite side. I can be more fiddly and get that to where it just fits the spot I need, but I'm not going to want to because that would drive you all nuts. I will get back in the chat to see what's being said. want to say un momento, except for I have such a horrible. It doesn't bother me, but I butcher things. When I got my add a quarter ruler, I got the longest one because I thought I wish there was a shorter one because I don't like doing giant blocks. That's a me thing. Cut off. Finger press it back really well. This is really flat for me. It's one I'm using my nails. Yeah, they're gonna. And then turn off, and I'm gonna see what halo. See a halo being honoring. Let's see. We said good morning to Nancy. Still praying for Nancy's husband, by the way, and his health. That's when Miss Ellen took off, so I wasn't doing so bad. Can we tell something to hubby? Deborah is, and he'll shake his head. That's all mine. Yes. I confuse that man. See, when I act like I am in a constant state of confusion, it lowers his expectations. This, I'm not gonna keep. This is like a half an inch. I'm not gonna keep that. I'm not gonna cut the bottom off yet. And I was gonna leave in chat. I forgot. Let's see. Sherlock says, I need that book. You can find it over at Halos. There should be a link in my description box. And there's also a link, exclamation book or box. No, book. It is exclamation book. Both boxes, I think, are exclamation box. Let's see. Sherlock, I don't have tell my hubby anything or he'll buy me stuff I don't need or want. It is rough. And Halo said, you can call me Halo. It goes together. Although someday my halo hangs crooked. Some days, I'm not going to talk about mine. I'm not going to. See, I was being polite. And the next statement I see is Melissa Presley, creative angels. My halo sits on my horns. I think it does. Some days you need them to hold it up. Halo says, see, you understand. Deborah says, my hubby bought my featherweight for me about 5 years ago. He tells me when he sees fabric on sale. Guess shouldn't hassle him too much. Melissa says the struggle is real. Sherlock says, Halo Inspirations LLC. I'm Lori Miller. I think I confused you on your live not too long ago. Okay. Lori. Sometimes she's Lori Miller. Sometimes she's Sherlock Sews. I think she comes in as Lori Miller to see if I will time her out. One of these days it's going to happen. And I'm going to laugh my hiney off. Doesn't matter if you sew 3 before 2 as they not next to each other, so it doesn't matter. Sylvia says about since 2 and 3 aren't like these right next to each other, I can sew 3 and then I can sew 2. My brain wants the same fabric though. So if I sewed 3 first, I'm probably using this. If I put on 3 first, I would want it to do it to all of them. Because I was thinking, So yes, the pineapple blocks I made, I followed the first round, maybe the second round, and then I'd start at random numbers and just keep going because they weren't next to each other. There was no reason to worry about that. See this? These papers are so thin, I can see right through them. I mean, there's a limited amount of light coming from outside, but not a ton. Oops. I don't know where my threads went. I was trying to grab them like I always do. Found them. And this is my plan for every Monday, to pick a block, see if I can build it without using their directions. Because these blocks have been around forever. They have different names. They have different ways to be put together. You can use their directions. You can use your own. I have not yet used their directions. Although, if you want a very specific size, you can use the directions. I'm not going so much for a very specific size. I didn't think, oh, I want 10 inches of all of them. Although I probably will shoot for the 6. I like the 6-inch. It's not the right way. I do try to close that thing every time I sit it down. Why? Because, did you see that scratch? That's what happens if I don't. I didn't even realize I was anywhere near it. Next thing I know, I was like, ow, oh, that's okay. So responsibly, cut responsibly. Come on. See what I don't see in my future? But I love how they look. Those legit kits and Judy Niemeyer. Yeah, that's awkward. Did not get the leverage I needed. And I'm not going to saw that. Oh, I didn't have to. Whew. For a second, I thought about sawing back and forth like that to get it where I could get my leverage right. For a second. And then I remembered y'all are here. I'm not alone. A little piece, not keeping that. This piece will work for something else. So from the 2.5 inches strips, got these left over. And I'm going to leave the papers on. I need to get my sack with the pieces for that FPP that I want to use those for, so I can put them in my little bag. Because I don't leave things out. Things need to be put away. If I'm not touching them again, they need to be put away. That's true. I have the giant iron out because the little iron smells funny when I turn it on. I think maybe because I dropped it dozens of times before I got used to having an iron. Let's see. Oh, good tip, Sylvia. Yes, thank you, Sylvia. Sylvia teaches FPP. If you're interested in learning FPP, check out her channel. Email her if you've got a custom pattern that you'd like to have, because she does that too. She has a small fee for that, but you can pay through PayPal, and it's a digital download. Melissa, they have a seam allowance built into the FPP papers. I need to read the directions more often. Halo, I just I saw that. Don, be there in a second. Well, what happened? Quilting with Stephanie Stitches came in. That's what happened. Good morning, Stephanie. I was talking about you earlier, and Shannon. Um, Thank you, Melissa, for that link. Uh, I have no idea where I left off, but I'm finding it. It's hard to keep up on chats. Sherlock says, yes, it is. Okay, they have seam allowance built in on the FPP papers. I need to read the directions more, Sherlock says. Halo says, I just realized that Sylvia said hello. Good morning, Sylvia. Shh. I am kidding. If y'all take me very seriously, you're in trouble. Okay, that's what I missed. These do. It doesn't have it marked as such on the paper. You don't see a quarter-inch line here, which I'm used to seeing. There is no quarter-inch line on this. But when I measure it, these finish at 1.5 by 3. When I measure it, it is 2 by 3.5, which means the seam allowance isn't there. And these don't have any seam allowance marks on them either. And these are the ones from It's So MFF Workshop, which is fine for me. It doesn't really matter. It is nice to have that line, and I did think about drawing it. So you're absolutely sure you go on the right side of that foot right there. These don't need to be ironed. And I should scroll back down in my chat real quick. I'm trying, people. Halo says, you use the low waist method. Yes, I just taught someone FPP, and they are a FPP monster now. If anyone hasn't tried it, give it a whirl. I'm sure Sylvia, Coleen, Melissa would agree. Yes, and I've also seen FPP videos on Halo's channel. I'm almost sure that I've seen a couple there. Melissa says she's not a huge fan of FPP, but she can do it now, thanks to Sylvia. Woohoo! Sherlock has FPP to try. Guess you, Nancy. So this way you don't lose your points. Yes, that is the hope. Like a straight line, I can draw and cut crooked with 3 rulers. I think it's a very good possibility. I could lose my points. That's what I like about Nancy. And there is Super Steph. Let's see. Oh, Sylvia's inviting Lori to the She Shed. That's what I call our video chat in my private Discord for more help. Siri saying, good morning, Steph. Good morning, Steph. And like I said at the beginning, Steph and Shannon at Slay Arts are having their 2-color from the card deck, 2-color quilt they're working on tomorrow evening. Check out their channels to find out where and exactly where. Don't forget to subscribe, ring that bell for them and everyone that you subscribe to. I heard that. Halo says, give y'all a heads up. Box 3, number 3 for the blocks coming in October. I heard that from a couple of people. I think the timing was planned by them. Rita says, well, Angel, I'm not going to need that. And Lori did see that. Okay, everybody's nice. What's up, guys? Coleen, you need to make her a mod in both names so she can't hide anymore. Oh, no. Oh, no. She's not a mod in her other name because I am going to time her out. Just for grins. You haven't timed someone out. You should try it. I apologize profusely. I guess I'm going to iron these to the red side. Hopefully all I have to do is knock off my dog ears. No, I did not set the seam. Thank you for noticing. Set the seam. If you see too much smoke coming, it may be that I've caught those papers on fire. Kind of smells like it. I did have a request for a extra long ironing using my spray. Just ironing. It relaxes some people. I'll work on that. I did see the suggestion. I did hear it. I do plan on trying it. Okay. Yes, I have a clapper type thing. Sometimes I use it, sometimes I don't. Sometimes it takes up too much space when I've got so much going on over here. I'm putting my puzzle together. Oh. Let's measure these. Within that doesn't have the. Yep. Right at 2 inches. I'm not going to worry about my papers right now, which means I am going to have fun picking those out. Now, the ones I used on this have just a little bit of what I would call a wine color in the red. I knew that going in. I thought I might like it. Yes, I'm fussy. I'm going to be me today. You be you. Until I start shaking and declare that I don't need loose corners. It's frustrating. I kind of like the way I'm doing these blocks one a week with the random number as to which I'm going to use before we get off here for next week's block. And I will attempt to try to get that one at 6 inches finished too, using the papers because I like them. I like keeping my points. Oh, that one's not right. I don't have that eye a lot of people have where you can see something and know if it's the colors are going to work for you. So I use the colors and I pray. I pray they work like I intended. Because these don't have the seam allowance line on them, there is really no reason for me to keep these papers on here other than I'm being lazy and I'm not putting them up. Oh, what did I do? Oh, yes, it was. Yes, I fixed it. See, I have the best ones. One texted me to let me know someone said I had it the wrong way, which happens often when I put things together. Okay. I'm forming a game plan. What I want to do first. I tend to like the center. I'll do that first. That way I just attach the edges and go across in lines. I'll do that. OCD bothers you, go away. I have to have things neat. It makes my brain happy. Thank you for letting me know that was backwards though. Not the first time. Glad I caught it before I did it though. Let's see. Coleen, Dawn says, I just noticed your cone spool of thread. Yes, I was going to address that. I forgot. Do you have it upside down? Yes, I do. Did you notice that? Somebody noticed that last week and asked me about it. I'll explain. She does. Guess it got wound wrong in the factory. Okay. What Melissa said, I use it like that instead of putting it in a cup or a mug or getting me one of those big spool holders that go in the back, which would work just as well. And I have thought about it. Maybe I'll get one for my birthday. Maybe I won't. Good morning, Jill. I saw Jill. Good morning, bonus mama Jill. If you haven't met Jill, Miss Jill is my husband's bonus mama, stepmama. As most of you call her, but we don't say them because some of us grew up with Cinderella. Deborah has a metal stand for her large cones. The great big ones I can actually put back there, and I have a cup with some them, and they work just fine. Quilting with Stephanie Stitches says the legit kits are fun. Sylvia, love those legit kits, but they are so expensive to ship here. Yeah. Oh, and now I'm down to the geese. See, I was going to get there. I'm just slow. I am a very, very slow reader. I don't like reading books, and if I read a book, it's going to take me a whole lot longer than it does anyone else. I'm just a slow reader. I fixed it. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you, Tracy. Both let me know it's wrong. Fix it, woman. Sherlock Soaps has something. Good morning, Fern King. Fern King says, I see it on the right. It is turned on. Yes, yes. That's why I checked the picture before. So, although that did not help me when I was making Stephanie's pattern of that shamrock, I got in a hurry. I had to fix it. Oh, Deborah said she asked about it last week. She has I have a rack of mine. What background are you using for the block? This is actually a 108. It's, I don't know, like an amber color. Waves that I got from Missouri Star. The reds are Batiks that came Island Batiks. The blue is the gradations. Is it North that does that? Stonehenge. The blue. I got the gradations jelly roll pack. I actually have it over there. I don't know if it was last year or the year before. Because it was pretty and just in case I wanted it. Turns out I wanted it. Everybody pray for me when I put these together. I'm not going to pin. I'm going to regret my life choices. They do nudge up to one another. I'm leaving the papers on because I think my machine will like it better. It tries to eat everything. Whoops. I'm not using this foot because I like the 1/4-inch foot. I'm going to use that foot. Oh, it's exactly where it's supposed to be. Yes, these big cones, if I turn them the other way, they don't fit on this little bitty spool holder right here very well. This one's not making things. If I put it here, there's more play in it. If I turn it upside down, there's less play in it. Don't have as big of a mess. And I even have to do that with the Missouri Star spools that I've got. I probably would do that with a couple of other spools that I've got. If it doesn't work one way, flip it around. And I'll give you one guess who I got that idea from, and I've got to flip this again because I do. Okay. Stephanie had her spool upside down because her machine liked it better, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to try that. I'm going to try that until I find something that's nice. You know, this weekend I was sewing something like this, and it's a matter of inches between this board and this machine. How did I turn every one of them wrong that day? I was so frustrated. All right, really nice. Jumper would be handy. See, it shouldn't do that because it's just chained. It should not be having trouble. It is currently I'm going to pull that out, try again. It's cleaned. It should not be just like using a leaders and enders. When you're chaining, it should not be trying to eat things. I'm going to flip it over though because there's bulk right there. Barely it's mad at. I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to sew it from the side. The bulk gives it a little bit of a ramp this way instead of trying to go against the grain. Probably already pointed that out to me. It has issues, this machine. I have tried everything. I just put away the wax paper I usually use underneath things to keep it from eating. Okay. I'll push one to the right and one to the left. So they nest. And I'm going to do a whole bunch of frame because I really hate it when these don't come out right. And I know it's all me. There's a lot of bulk right there. I think pinning it will help a lot more. And then just holding. And I can see Coleen in there. So hopefully I get frustrated when I try really hard and those still don't come out quite right because I stitch slower, which doesn't give it the momentum it needs sometimes to go over things. I know. I realize that's the problem. It lacks momentum. See that? It just stopped. Hey. We're going to play nice. What did I do? I didn't do that. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen online. So now I have typed the back of this a little bit so it would go forward for me. It does. It just likes a good fight. Which probably shoved my center off. Sorry about all this change a little bit. Oh no, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. Even if it was worse, I would be happy with that. Take these papers off eventually. Okay. Let's see if I can actually finish this. I only got a few minutes, so I'm going to try to finish this and then get back into chat. I need to cut that. I need to spinning the seams. It's harder with paper on it. I'll fiddle with that later. This does look like I pulled it out of square a little bit, and I did. So I'm going to re-square that back up. Tugged on one side a little bit. It happens. So yeah, stop it. Okay. Make sure all these are right, and then I don't have as many seams to line up because I didn't do it in all HSTs. Jill, if you haven't left yet, I was talking about the farmer's market this weekend and how everybody did great. Trying to stay on track when there are so many squirrels to chase. Trying to push my seam over on me. I just go straight down this way. No rhyme or reason to it. I could push these opposite direction. I'm just going to look at them. Not. You know that song, Man, I'm a Woman, I'm about to change my mind? Bottom one actually worked. Because I did not plan for the pressing of these. Make sure. Flipping paper, apparently not the same as flipping ball. Checked my geese. Oh, yay. No offense, but no chat. Monday mornings are busy. I just always use this. I know they make things I can use. I don't need more stuff on my desk. Every time I say that, I'm like, but eventually. Let's see which direction I go with this. I want that to go away from my geese, or towards my geese. And this one goes towards my geese. This one goes this way, this one goes this way, this one will go this way. Towards my geese. Baby Luck does the same. Deborah says, Coleen, my old Baby Luck does that too, even when I'm chain piecing together. I have tried everything everyone suggests, and it still does it. So I've decided, why make it more complicated? Okay, get these pieces down. Now I'll add the third side. Got a few minutes before my husband calls. May have to put a picture up after the live. Saw my name. See, I can see my name. And sometimes I start further in with stitching and stitch backwards. These are nesty. That's why I absolutely do not like doing pinwheels on a live. Anything with a pinwheel. Pick my battles right now. Not battling this piece here. I'm gonna make that seam so they'll nest. One more, nothing to nest here. Oops. Don't usually start with my needle up. Get this one done really fast. May not be really perfect, but this one never are, just so you're aware. Torch the geese. Torch the geese. Torch the geese. Ah. I may just make it and have time to pick the next block. And since I press my seams this way and this way, they will butt up next to each other. Paper's actually adding a little bit of problem for me. Just trying to save time by not ripping it all up. I will do the pickier version of ripping this paper off later. It tears right off at the 1.4 that I'm using. Right off. No, I don't seem to be pulling my stitches. Anything. Let's see. Back where we were. Prepared for my machine to act up. My other one, it's just a step better than this one, and I don't know that it's actually more. I just okay. I don't have hardly any trouble when I'm doing pinwheels. And thank goodness that was the machine I used for pinwheels first, because I might have gave up had this been the first machine I used to pinwheels. Sides up. See, like that, I started inside because I really don't want it to fight with me. What did I do today? Right before I get to that needle, pen. Right before I get to the pen, I pull it. I make sure my fabrics are lined up straight. Yeah, good enough. What do you know? I finished one doing a live. Thank you, moderators, for hanging in there with me. I know I go well over my time, and it's frustrating, especially for other content creators when they're trying to create and they feel like they need to be in the chat because there's troublemakers out there. Why must there be troublemakers? Well, I guess because you wouldn't know you were a good person if there wasn't non-good people. Now, see, I actually did pray, keep my mouth shut today, as I do every day. Going to attempt, pardon me, this is actually lining up just right. I really don't have to try to keep my points. Right. Follow my 1/4 inch line. Gets right there and I can feel it pushing the fabric apart. Feel it. Part of that is the papers. Had I taken the papers out, that probably wouldn't have been me as much. I'm going to tell you, it's not going to not be any problem at all. Yes. Good morning, Martha Anderson. Anderson for you is also Martha. We got 2 Marthas. I'm going to give this a press later, not right now. Ta-da! We made it. It looks like it's gone wonky because I need to fix things like that. I really like it. I like it with that one up there. That's been the same thing. It's a little bit messy. Don't look at friends' seams. If you're now looking at my seams, I'll be really friends. I show you my seams because I'm not perfect. And if I tried for perfection, I wouldn't be doing this. It's okay. Makes me happy. You make you happy. You do you. I really like that. That was not the colors I was going to go with at first. I like it. Love it. Mama just says. Thank you. Oh, Lori left. Lori ran for the hills. Got to run. Have a great day, everyone. Have a great day. And I'll see you, if not at Brandy's. Oops. At Melissa's later. Now, whoops, that is the variation number 2 in the quick and easy block tool that you can find over at haloinspired.com. Yay, I finished a block. I didn't even get to this though. I was trying to make a table runner. And I'm telling you, those 2 lives a week are not friendly to my back. I'm working on a table runner. The pattern is in my head. And I'm not exactly sure how it's going to come out. But let's use the random number picker. It always starts out with a number for me. I want it to wait until I go live to give me a number. So random number 1 to, oh, that says 10. That's the right number. 1 to 110. Because that's how many blocks are in this book. Generate 108. It looks like 801 to me when I'm looking on the screen, but it is 108. And if you have the book, I need to write the names down. If you have the book, 108 looks like, or if you don't have the book. I'm always afraid I'm going to open this and have some kind of crazy plot. 108. Do this in a way that's not showing their stuff. X's. That should be easy. And I don't know if I'm going to do it in my patriotic fabrics or my B fabrics that I got to go with the other panel. It's random. I don't know what I'm going to do. My plan is Friday. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut for Monday, get it all set up. Friday, also don't forget Sylvia's live in the mornings, assuming that her health is cooperating with her. And this evening, look forward to seeing Melissa. Brandy will be on right after me, as far as I know, unless she's canceled, and I can't keep up with everybody. I do my very best. I can't keep up with everybody. Halo has lives some Wednesdays. I meant to write down what those Wednesdays are. So, hey, check her channel out. All the notifications, like everybody else, like you do for everybody else. And you'll know when she's dropping a tutorial, dropping a live, giving you an update on that nice building that they're moving into her fabric store. So you created the block. What are you naming it? Done. Done one. Actually, they have a 6-inch version of this, just not the way I put it together. They have you cutting lots of triangles and sewing them together that way. I don't know. Bonus Mama Jill says, you make me happy. Thank you. You make me happy too. I had 2 relatives come into my chat today, which makes me weird. It's very nice. My cousin Rachel. I beam when I say my cousin Rachel. I have 7 cousins. I think I probably do that. Okay. Bye, everyone. Have a great day. Deborah says, LLC, or Halo says, not this month, store being ready. Okay. But hey, so you're ready when she is. And I hope you all have a good day. Yes, it's a brick and mortar store. Very exciting. And don't forget Stephanie and Shannon tomorrow. But I'm never going to get everybody in there. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I miss you. I'm sorry if I forget. I do write things down. I only have a little bit of mess this time. Beverly, thank you. Beverly says, great life, Coleen. Goodbye, everyone, and have a blessed day. Thank you, Coleen. Hugs, Martha says. I hope everybody has a great week. Laugh often and be the light you hope to see in others.